Attack on Mika!
My name is Satoru. I'm just an ordinary businessman. I married Miki, who was 2 years younger than me. 6 years ago, we had a lovely daughter, and named her Akari. My wife, Miki, wasn't gorgeous by normal standards, but her held-back smile and dimples were really cute. She was an amazing cook, and her housekeeping skills were flawless. Honestly, she was more than I could ever ask for. Of course, it was the first time for both of us to raise a child. So, my mother-in-law, Yoko, must have been worried about us too. She kept a close eye on us, and kept in touch frequently with me after Akari was born. Yoko was an energetic and nice woman, and we got along very well. Akari loved her too, and was a grandma's girl.
Satoru, I've got some shopping to do, so I'll be right back.
Want me to go?
No, it's your day off. Relax. Mom, Akari's taking a nap. Can you watch her for me? Oh, no wonder why it's so quiet. Well, I'll see you two in a bit then.
Yeah, take care. Thanks for being so helpful, Yoko.
Oh, don't worry about it. It's my choice to come here and look after Akari. Satoru, how's Miki recently? Anything out of the ordinary?
Out of the ordinary? Well, not that I can think of.
Yeah?
Is there something on your mind?
No, that's good to hear. But if anything comes up, don't hesitate to call, okay?
I'd completely even forgotten about that conversation. But one night, I woke up to the sound of our child crying. Hey, do you hear that? I was still kind of out of it when I asked Miki who was sleeping next to me, but no answer. I woke up and asked her again. Hey, I think that Akari might be crying. Miki? I went to bed with Miki, but she wasn't there. Maybe she noticed that Akari was crying and went to check on her. As I was wondering what was going on, the cries became louder until screams started echoing across the house. Akari, are you okay? I slammed open Akari's door, and I couldn't believe what I was seeing.
Mommy, stop!
What are you doing?
No!
Miki! I grabbed Miki's hand and pulled Akari away. I calmed Akari down and took a good look at Miki. Miki had a cold and emotionless look on her face as she glared at Akari.
I don't want her.
Miki?
Ugh! This child! What a nuisance!
It's okay. It's okay. I was confused, but I tried focusing on calming Akari down. I finally calmed her down and put her back in bed. After I made sure she was asleep, I started remembering what I just saw with Miki. Miki? I returned to our bedroom, but she wasn't there. I heard some noise in the kitchen, and as I walked over, I saw light seeping through the crack in the door. Miki had opened the refrigerator door and had been taking things out. The vegetables were scattered all over the kitchen floor. Miki?
Want some? It's delicious.
Hey, you're gonna get sick! Stop eating this! Alright?
Hey, Satoru, what if that child, Akari, wasn't yours? What would you do, huh?
What are you talking about?
That child, she's not yours. So, we don't need her, right? Who needs that child, right? Right?
Miki?
So, let's just get rid of her and live together. Just me and you. All I need is you, Satoru. What do you say?
What is going on? Who is this woman? Her voice and looks are similar to Miki, but I have no idea who this person is. Why don't we talk about this more tomorrow? For now, it's late, so yeah.
Good idea. I'm kinda sleepy.
Let's go back to bed.
Yeah.
Miki?
Huh?
Are you okay?
Satoru?
Miki was staring up at me with a curious look on her face. I must have been staring at her with a similar look on mine.
Are you out of it? Come on. Let's go to bed. Good night.
Miki went back into bed and fell asleep, almost as though nothing had ever happened. She returned to her usual self. I was wide awake though. I just sat there and stared at Miki until the sun came up.
All right, I'm
I hung up on the phone with Yoko and watched Miki from a distance. She seemed normal. Akari was watching cartoons on TV like nothing ever happened as well. It was almost as if everything that happened that night was just a bad dream. But Miki was in the kitchen, cleaning up the vegetables that were scattered around in front of the refrigerator, with a puzzled look on her face. You don't remember?
Remember what?
No, it's nothing. After taking Akari to preschool and the kitchen was finally clean, Yoko arrived.
Oh, perfect. I was just about to call you. My body, it feels so heavy.
Hey, just go lie in bed. I took the day off, so I'll do the rest.
Okay then, I think I'll rest for a bit.
Miki disappeared into the bedroom. After Yoko watched her shut the door, she slowly came over and sat on the sofa across the table from me. Yeah, so like I explained on the phone.
I'm sorry. I should have told you everything beforehand.
So, there's something you haven't told me yet.
Miki. Ever since she was a child, there were times that she just suddenly changed and wouldn't listen to anything I said. I thought she was bipolar, but it seemed more like she was somebody else. Her personality and even her facial expressions were different, and there were times that she couldn't remember certain memories, like they had just disappeared.
It was the exact same thing that I felt the night before. I nodded for her to continue.
I thought she was ill, so I took her to counseling a few times. There, she was diagnosed with dissociative identity disorder. In Miki's case, she has a type of DID where her other personality possesses her completely.
What about treatment?
I didn't think too much of it at the time, and I was afraid of how she might be treated if people found out that she was going to a psychiatrist or counseling, so...
You didn't treat her?
And I didn't think it would be a problem when you guys said you were getting married, so I kept it to myself.
But you started noticing something?
Recently, I've noticed that Miki's face is sometimes terrifying when she's looking at Akari, and I found multiple bruises and marks on Akari's body.
What?
I'm so sorry!
After a long silence, I came to a conclusion. Yoko, the whole situation with Miki, it's so confusing. I'm not sure what to make of it yet, but more than anything, the person inside of Miki that attacks Akari. I can't forgive that as her father, even if it's her mother. I'm sorry, but will you take Miki home with you for now? I need time to think this over.
I understand.
Miki was brought back to her parents' house and started seeing a psychiatrist to get treated. I did love Miki, and I was hoping that we would one day be able to be a normal family again. However...
Why are you so attracted to Akari? She's not even your kid!
Then whose kid is she?
Who gives a shit?
After hearing those words, my parents got concerned and made me take Akari to get a DNA test. Akari wasn't my child. I had been loving and caring for a stranger all this time. When they found out, my parents started distancing themselves from Akari. I didn't have it in me to get mad at them, though. I decided to get divorced. Miki had been betraying me. I couldn't live with her anymore. The other Miki was so aggressive and crazy that I couldn't have a civil conversation with her. So, I had a lawyer get in between, and was successfully able to get a divorce. Akari was in elementary school now. My daughter that wasn't related to me by blood, but I had been caring for her since the day she was born. Those days were some of my most precious memories. I can't forgive Miki for what she did, but my marriage with her gave me a treasure named Akari. I will treasure her for the rest of my life. I know I will. 10 years later.
Mom? Is that you, Akari? Yeah. Akari doesn't remember, but I remember everything perfectly. That girl you were beating was me, not Akari.